Everyone. Welcome to Scottsdale Centers for Spiritual Living. My name's Daniel. I'll be flying the meditation plane today at what's the altitude, Joe? 200 feet? Wow, it's going to be a low flight, but get comfy, buckle up, and I'll do a little bit of reading and then just go right into meditation and check back in when we're over in about 15 minutes. So get settled in, feet grounded. Begin to slow your breathing and take it inside. I'm going to be reading a short passage from Michael Beckwith this morning. Make a commitment to life. Contemplate the truth that you stand at a midpoint between heaven and earth with access to a nexus of divine creativity. Right now, you have not only the ability, but also the responsibility to exercise your God given freedom to live life at your highest level of creativity. The moment you claim your ability to co create with the Spirit, your human mind begins to dissolve the false boundaries that previously kept you from doing so. God has a gift to give you to the world as you beyond what your surface mind may accept. So when you commit to discovering and expressing your innate creativity, what emerges is living and expressing from a deeper dimension of your being. This is real aliveness. To shine your light in that luminosity imprints a glow of joy on your face that no external circumstance can create. Today, as you sit in meditation and pray, make a commitment to fling open wide the portals of your consciousness and the door of your heart as you invite that which created you in its own image and likeness to reveal how you may breathe each breath and walk each step as a free agent of consciousness co-creativity. Slowly, gently start making your way back into the room. No rush. Today I commit myself to my divine destiny as a creative being. I know every path is open before me as I consciously co create with the Spirit. I glow from the fire from heaven. You can attract only that which you first mentally become and feel yourself to be in reality. And that's Ernest Holmes. So thank you for participating with me in meditation today. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Stephen, for your assistance. And stay tuned for some exciting messages from Reverend Lee. Namaste.
Here, everybody, or is it just me? It's me. It's a hot haircut. It's hot. Couldn't let it go. I know, she couldn't leave it alone. Everybody, good morning, everybody. Stand and join me in singing our opening song. Come together. All right. Thank you, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Lee Height, and I'm glad to have all of you here, everybody here in the space. Somebody spoke up in the hallway earlier and said it's kind of guys' day today. I don't know that we've ever had this many guys here in this space at one time. It's remarkable. So anyway, and welcome to everybody online this morning. We're glad you are here as well. Those watching on YouTube and Facebook Live, we're glad to have you joining us too. A special welcome to anybody who is here for the very first time today. We're glad you're here and hope you find us to your liking. If you'd like to stay up to date on what's happening here at Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living, we do have a Saturday email that you can sign up for. You can sign up in the lobby or sign up online on the website. You can also find us on, like I said before, Facebook and Instagram. We live stream on Facebook every Sunday, and we have a replay on Wednesday evening on Facebook as well of the edited down, just the talk version of Sunday morning. So that replays, like I said, on Facebook every Wednesday evening. We have a vibrant and growing spiritual community here at Scottsdale CSL, and we're happy to meet new friends each and every week. We look forward to experiencing Spirit with each and every one of you. And we'll take the moment right now to share our mission, vision, and purpose for being. So if you would join me in speaking that into the service. Our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and community transformation. Our vision is a world that works for everyone. Our purpose is to awaken to our spiritual magnificence. And so it is. All right. Move it now into our sharing of gratitude time. Gratitude sweetens even the smallest moments. So would anybody like to share a brief gratitude this morning? Anybody at all? Don't be shy. Oh, Daniel. Oh, hold on. There we go.
I am so grateful for the weather we have. The rain was so delicious.
It was.
And I just so appreciate it. So appreciate being here. Next contestant. Okay.
All right. Well, I will share a little bit of gratitude. I'm grateful for my haircut. I've been getting a hard time about it this morning. People have been giving me a hard time for it. Um, Also, I'm just grateful in general, just for life and for living. Grateful for my breath, grateful for the roof over my head when I'm at home, grateful for the roof over my head here. Grateful for all of you and the opportunity to be here celebrating life, celebrating spirit, celebrating each other as we do each and every Sunday. It's an opportunity to be in community with people in person. And after everything we've been through over the last several years, being together with other people is something especially to be grateful for. So I'll express my gratitude for all of that. Yeah. Okay. Before we go to Daniel, have you looked at the SCSL website lately? It's been going through a redesign. Joe, thank you, Joe, has added a page with many of our annual review videos. And so it's a fun trip down memory lane. So you go check that out at scottsdalecsl.org. And so with that, I will invite Daniel to come up here and shift our gears into invocation time.
Thanks, Rob. So, good morning, everyone. Here we go. So, I'm so grateful to be here. I will be doing practitioner work afterwards. If you would like a brief positive affirmation prayer, I will be back in the prayer room after service. There's also a lot of ways to get prayer support in this community. You can call in, you can use email, and then we have prayer requests in the back. You fill out a prayer request, put it in the prayer box, and the practitioner staff, the two revs and myself, will be offering prayer support for you for the whole week. And so that is something to take advantage of if you'd like. So, with that, please join me in this invocation. First, I'd like to set it up with I don't know what called me to do this, but this is from Hafiz, and it's from the gift. This sky where we live is no place to lose your wings. So, love, love, love. The next quote: when all your desires are distilled, you will cast just 2 votes to love more and be happy. So, let's take that into prayer. I know that for myself and for each and every one in this room within the sound of my voice is connected to that one source, that one ultimate power we know by many names, but it is a spiritual presence with a connection that can never be turned off, broken, or interrupted. We are always engaged with that spiritual presence. It fills us up with love, with joy, with happiness, with light, with the ability to co create the world that we want. We are so blessed to have that in our lives, and I affirm that here and now. I give thanks and gratitude for each and every participant here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for offering your love, your light that makes this community so powerful. Thank you for our volunteers. Thank you for each and every person that shows up with their financial resources that help maintain this community and help it grow. We really are grateful for our two reverends and Reverend Lee's message today, knowing that it will reach each and every one of us right where we need to be. I open up my heart and invite us all to spread love around the world. Right now, our brothers and sisters, in fact, all humanity needs our support, our love to heal whatever divisions are going on and to promote health, happiness, and a safe place to be. I sit in that glow of spiritual presence, knowing that everything is possible, that whatever we desire, whatever we wish for, is here right now, right here for us. The manifestations are going on right now. As we believe, as we think, it is happening for each and every person here, for all of us. And so my heart is open wide to share that love, that happiness, and that peace, not only here, but all over the world. For each and every person on this spiritual path, we are walking with you. And I'm so grateful to be able to speak these words into that law that always says yes without any qualifications. And so, as this treatment is complete, I simply let it go and let it be and affirm together, and so it is. Namaste.
You are blessed. You are a blessing. 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 You are a blessing. You are a blessing.
Okay, we have a few announcements this morning. We are again holding our Grateful Gatherings fundraising events for 2025. Anybody can host. The hosts provide a theme, the minimum bid amount per person, total number of people who can attend, date, time, location, food, beverage, or entertainment. The creative ideas for hosting an event are virtually unlimited as long as it includes some type of food, beverage, or entertainment. Locations can include your home, partner with somebody else, your office, a park, our facility. The options are wide open. Your imagination is your only limitation. Sign up to host your event at the front table in the lobby, and all proceeds benefit Scottsdale CSL. Upcoming fundraising events. April 20th, our 10th anniversary garden party celebration. Yay! So join us for our catered luncheon, complete with a chef customizing your selections from the pasta bar. In addition to your pasta entree, lunch will include salads, desserts, and a beverage bar. Throughout the meal, Jennifer Sheets will provide a selection of live music, including blues, pop, and country tunes. We've rented tables, banquet chairs, and linens, and each table will have its own pop-up tent for a cool and comfortable celebration experience. Tickets are $50 in advance, and donations in addition to that are also accepted. In addition, I have been charged with gathering volunteers to help with bringing the tables in and helping to set everything up, and then taking everything down, and taking everything back to the place we're renting it from. So if you're interested in helping and assisting me with that, come see me after the service. Ron?
Yes, I will.
Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you.
Everybody's got to unload them when I bring them.
We'll take care of that. We got you. All right. See, it's already coming together. May 17th. Mark your calendars. Controlled Insanity by Joe Hammer and the Outcasters Improv Comedy Troupe. An alfresco dinner in the courtyard of savory soups and refreshing salads, followed by the show, and tickets for that event are $30 each. Get them quickly because this event sells out every year. So join us for that. Today, prayer circle following the gathering, and everyone is welcome to join us for that. Mark your calendars also for the brunch at Picazzo's Healthy Italian Eatery on March 23rd after the service. And finally, after the message this morning, I will open the mic for questions or comments about today's topic. And in case you want to take notes, we have a basket with paper and pencils and so forth available for you. All right. I thought I saw somebody raising their hand in the back. Evidently not. Okay. We love music here at Scottsdale CSL. And today we have Rascal Flatts with their song, My Wish for You. But I often, like this past week, I think, what was it? Tuesday to Wednesday. Tuesday to Wednesday, I worked 20 out of 28 hours because I worked a late shift followed by an early shift the next day. And then again, it happened Wednesday into Thursday. I had a big stretch of time off, like from Tuesday afternoon or into Wednesday. Anyway, I worked another like 18-hour shift, basically. And people look at me and they go, "How do you do that?" Because it happens, not infrequently, right? But I get up and I get it done. And it's not hard for me to get up and get it done because I have tied my own personal values to what I do. I really value the fact that I make sure that these environments are safe and secure and worry-free for the teams that work in them so that they can, in turn, not fret about that kind of thing, so they can take care of the pets and the pet parents that roll in there on a day in, day out basis. Because some of these clinics can see anywhere from 20 to 50 to 80 pets in a day, depending on how many vets are in there and what's going on. And some of them are some of them are perfectly healthy, and some of them are really, really sick. And so I have tied my own personal values to that. So getting up in the morning or in the middle of the night, as it frequently is for me, is not a big deal because I'm motivated by my own values that I've tied to this work. So the question we're going to look at today is very much about what are the things that maybe you find challenging in your life, and how can you go about the business of tying those values that you've established for yourself in your own world, how can you tie those to that? The things that maybe you consider challenging. So stop and consider, what are the challenging things you have in your world? The things that you do, but you really don't like to do them, these things you tend to put off. You procrastinate about it. Getting the mail out of the mailbox. For me, that's a thing. Because, short story, little digression. So we live in this community, and literally right in front of where we live, there's one of those little mailbox stands with all the mailboxes in it. But ours is not in there. Ours is in the one a block away. What's up with that? I don't understand. So it's frequently, it could go a week and a half without us getting the mail. One time we went for a while, and we got a little note in the box saying, "You can pick your mail up at the post office now." Yeah. They took it. And anyway. So yeah. But most of the things that are important come by email anyway. Back to what we're talking about. So what are you passionate about? What are the values that you are passionate about in your life? If you took the time to do the exercises this last week that Reverend Joe gave to you, to kind of figure out what are the things you value. What do you spend your time on? What do you spend your resources on? Those are the things that you can identify, that can help you identify your value. There you go. Fishing is one over here. John DeMartini goes on to say, knowing your highest values and activating your genius are two crucial aspects of appreciating your own unique contribution. Appreciating the values factor can therefore help you activate your own unique genius and appreciate the genius of others. Didn't catch that typo. That word is unique. Your own unique genius and appreciate the genius of others. Tying your values, activating is directly tied to activating your own genius. And so what does that mean to activate your genius? What is that about? And Dr. DeMartini goes on to create a list of what happens when you link your values to your genius. You awaken your genius. You keep your brain growing and take advantage of its neuroplasticity, its ability to develop new capabilities and deeper connections. You become capable of learning at remarkable rates. It's like, have you noticed when you're excited about something, it's easy to learn. It's easy to learn, it's easy to remember. You retain knowledge longer and more accurately. You break through educational labels to define your own individual genius. It's like, say my kids have a problem, some kind of dietary problem or issue, something that all of a sudden I become motivated to learn about what diet's going to work. All of a sudden I become a nutritional expert because it's directly tied to something I value, my children's health and well-being. You become a more creative and confident thinker. You become more vitalized. You experience a calm, focused, and centered mind. In other words, I'm able to stay in the moment, stay present with what I'm doing. And aren't those all things that we talk about here at the Center for Spiritual Living? All the things we talk about in the Science of Mind. Staying centered, staying open, being present with what inspires us. It's like the values that we talk about are spiritual values. The values that we talk about are being present with people, being present with ourselves, doing what we can to build ourselves up. All of this comes together in this list in terms of tying our values, tying the things that inspire us to creating something new. Times that inspire, we grow in. Our highest values, I have found, my high values, I have found, tend to tie to the things that I say I believe to be true about life. They're tied to knowing that Spirit, Source, God, Universal Mind as love is back of everything. To know that when I look out upon the world, what I see is life reflecting back to me the content of my consciousness on a day in, day out basis. Sure, I get frustrated. Sure, I get anxious about some of the conditions as they show up out there in the world. And I can look at those and have my feelings about them and then take a moment, take a breath, and turn from the condition to seeing beyond what appears to be and say, and tell the truth about it. And say that even right there, in the midst of conflict, even right there in the midst of pain, even right there in the midst of what I consider to be chaos, even right there, there too is the presence of Spirit, and I can call it forward. And I know I'm not alone in doing that. Because I know that out there in the world, there are millions of people like me doing just the same thing. We are not alone. We're just a pocket right here, right? We are this little facet, this growing facet of the light shining forward. Each of us doing our own work on a day in, day out basis to make a difference, to create the change inside of ourselves so that we can pave the way for others to do the same, to make it easier for them. We are always creating new patterns. As I was sitting in the office after I got here this morning, I grabbed this book off the shelf. I should, Emerson's Essays. And I flipped it open and I went to this essay on circles. Not that I was necessarily looking for something to add this morning, but here it is. He writes this: the eye is the first circle. The horizon which it forms is the second. And throughout nature, this primary picture is repeated without end. It is the highest emblem in the cipher of the world. St. Augustine described the nature of God as a circle whose center is everywhere and its circumference nowhere. We are all our lifetime reading the copious sense of this first of forms. The moral we have already deduced in considering the circular or compensatory character of every human action. Another analogy we shall now trace, that every action admits of being outdone. It's one way of saying change is always going on. Just when we think we've hit the limit, just when we think we've hit the end, if we pause and really consider it and go inside, we realize that that end is just a representation of a new beginning. That's a point on the journey that we get to say, we breathe, and we say, okay, next. Because the minute we stop and we say, okay, I've reached the end, that's it, that's all I can do, and we don't say next, we start sliding backwards. We start sliding backwards. The next quote I have for everybody: the invisible forces are forever working for the invisible the invisible forces are ever working for us, who are always pulling the strings for ourselves, though we may not know it. We're always pulling our own strings. Like I was talking about in the beginning, is the content of our consciousness is always taking form. And when we tie our values to the things we say we desire, when we add feeling and energy to the things we are saying we are affirming for ourselves, to the things we say we want to create for ourselves, when we stop and do our affirmative prayer work, it is not just the words we are saying, but the feelings we attach to them that make the difference. Right? It's not necessarily the house or the car or the relationship or whatever it is we say we want to create for ourselves, but it's how we want to feel about ourselves and how we want to feel about our lives that we're really after. We want to be happy. We want to be peaceful. We want to be joyful. And so when I'm talking with people and they're struggling and they're having, I can't get this to happen reverently. I can't create this for myself. And I say, well, how do you want to feel? You're saying the words, but how do you want to feel? That makes all the difference. I say, create the feeling. When you're saying your affirmations, when you're doing your spiritual mind treatment, your affirmative prayer, create that feeling as if it's already happening while you're saying the words. If you want to manifest something in your life, ask yourself the question, how is it you want to feel? I was watching a show this week on Netflix. And it was what it happened. It was like, I don't know how I missed it. The first time I watched this series, I'm not sure how I missed this line. Maybe I just wasn't ready to hear it. But the character in the show Sat there. This character had been hiding out. He was hiding away from the bad guys, had been for years, and he had just locked himself into this box, literally locked himself in a box that he came and went from periodically. His name was Mr. Hoy. Mr. Hoy finally confronted by a new character, a new person to him, saying, "Hey, we can't just sit around. We got to do something. We got to take action. We need to make a change." And they've been coming at him with this idea of, we need to make a change. We need to get past this. We need to beat the bad guys, right? And so Mr. Hoy shakes himself and he opens the door, and the other character is sitting across from him and says, "Well, what are you doing?" He said, "I would rather not slowly die of survival." And that kind of hit me. How many times have I found myself in my life becoming so stuck in a way of being that from a certain point of view, I was slowly dying of just survival, of just maintaining the status quo. Saying, okay, I'm good. Tired of growing, tired of the cycle, tired of always questioning, tired of this, that, and the other, right? It's like, I just need a break, man. I get stuck in that survival mode, just hanging on. And so when I find out from now on, I'm going to put this somewhere where I won't forget it, somewhere in my world, on the wall, on a mirror, somewhere for a while, because I need to remember, because I know it's easy. It's easy to get trapped in change fatigue, right? Get trapped in change fatigue. And yeah, sometimes we need to take a break. We need to just kind of take a break and chill, go have some fun, go do this, that, and the other. We don't have to be always growing, but we always are. But we set up a certain intention for ourselves that says, you know what, I can have fun too. I can have fun while I'm growing. Growing doesn't have to be hard. I can create a value for myself that says, you know what, growth is easy. Growth is fun. Growth can be joyful. Growth can be filled with a sense of adventure. It can be all of that too. It's very easy. I have found my own self. I have found myself in the same space. I said, growth is always challenging, man. When my belief systems get challenged, better step back. It doesn't have to be like that. I can choose and allow for it to be easy and simple too. I can set that up for myself as an intention that says, you know what? My intention is for my growth. I can have peaceful, easy feeling, harmonious growth sometimes as well. I can do that too. Ernest Holmes writes this: faith in God is such a complete conviction that the Spirit will make the gift, that there's no longer any subjective contradiction. Faith says that there is no doubt. If I'm walking in faith, I know that when I speak my word, it's done. There may be a time and a process, but it's done. The law is working. And when I set an intention, I know that the law begins to work for me. That life as Spirit is working for me at each and every moment of the day, no doubt. And he goes on to say this. The person who can throw themselves with a complete abandonment into the limitless sea of receptivity, the law, having cut loose from all apparent moorings, is the one who will always receive the greatest reward. Let's say that again. The person who can throw themselves with a complete abandonment into that limitless sea of receptivity, having cut loose from all apparent moorings, is the one who will always receive the greatest reward. I liked what Edwin Gaines. Edwin Gaines said something very similar. Edwin Gaines, as a unity minister, became very popular teaching prosperity. And she would say, "What's your hold card? What are you holding on to?" Or as it's talking about having cut loose from all apparent moorings. What is it? I ask myself the question when I'm getting stuck. What am I holding on to? What is the qualifier? Right? That I want this, but I don't want to have to let go of this. I want to live a more prosperous, abundant life, but I don't want to let go of the way I do this. What is it I'm holding on to? I want to be joyful. I haven't been feeling really happy with myself lately. What am I holding on to? What is it that's underneath? How am I hiding from myself? What are the questions? What are the questions I don't want to ask me? Right? What are the questions I don't want to ask me? If I tie my genius, if I tie my values to those things I don't want to do, if I say I want to live a more prosperous life, I say I want to live from a point of joy. I want to be confident. I want to be competent. I want to provide value for myself and others. I want to care for my family. I want to show up for my friends. I want to show up for me. I want to bring value to my spiritual community on a day in, day out basis. If that's not happening for me, what am I holding on to that's getting in the way? What are the ideas and beliefs that I may be holding on to about me, about life, about others, about myself that may be getting in the way? How can I tie my values to those things I'm having a challenge doing? Okay. How do I do that? What can I do with that? And so our spiritual practice this week is this. Activating your genius. Identify a skill, a topic, or type of information that you would love to master. Okay? Recall your 3 highest values. And if you haven't done that, you can go back to last week's email and you can find the values identifier project. So you recall your 3 highest values. And then write those down. Then you find 20 ways, 10 will probably be sufficient, but 10 or 20 ways in which you fulfill your 3 highest values by studying and mastering the skill, topic, or type of information that you have identified. These will be in the Mindful Monday email that goes out on Monday mornings. I'll make sure that this finds its way in there. If you'd like to sign up for the Mindful Monday email, you can use the QR code, or you can sign up in the lobby for that. And with that, now it's your turn. Questions, comments, thoughts, ideas on what I've been talking about this morning. Oh, thank you. And we check and see if there's anything online as well. Go ahead.
Okay. Only thing you brought out into me is I'm one of those that are dying slowly. I want to.
Slowly dying of survival.
That is exactly
Oh,
me, and I don't look at that as a positive at all.
okay. So are we
But you pointed that out to me,
okay? So now you've been looking for ways to shift that.
and I have some ideas.
All right.
But yes.
Good. 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 Bravo. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else?
I want to learn anything techie, the computer or my iPhone.
Okay. All right.
Maybe I'll read something
Okay.
or hear something.
Sure. Well, there's lots of stuff you can listen to and read about all that kind of stuff. It's all over the place. Yeah. Yeah. All right. It's great. Thank you. Anybody else? No? Okay. Well, let's pray then, folks. Let's take all this inside. How wonderful. How wonderful it is to come together each and every Sunday to celebrate life and love and joy and peace, to celebrate the Spirit as it shows up for us. And so we begin by recognizing that there is only one infinite power and presence, one life and love and truth in which we live and move and have our being. And it in us, as us, through us, in this and every moment. And we affirm for ourselves an awakening, an openness to something new, a conscious realization and recognition of our own values and how they tie to each and everything we do. That our awareness of the activity of Spirit flowing in us, through us, around us, guiding and directing us. Our awareness of this activity, of this truth, shines before us, guiding our way. We know what to say, what to do, where to step, how to love ourselves and our friends. We are lifted up, each and every one, to see very clearly the activity of love in every moment. The activity of love as a creative force, as the presence that binds us together. And in speaking this word for each and every one of us here today, we do so for our community, the community we live in, the state, the country, truly the world. Knowing that the light of truth shines forth at each and every point, carrying with it peace and joy and love and care. At every point. We move forward knowing that all is well, that life is good and very good as each and every one of us. And speaking the word for anybody that has a care on their hearts, a desire in their minds and hearts right now, I know it's already done. It's already complete. The resolution is already fulfilled. And we are grateful for it. And so we let it be. And so it is. All right. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. All right. And now it's time for our grateful giving. Trying to find the right page. Oh, there we go. Ernest Holmes writes this. He says, I know that my good is increased and multiplied as it is scattered. I am both an inlet and an outlet for the passage of divine love, life, and power. Wherever I go, then I shall impart the divine blessing which I have received. Our grateful giving is a time where we affirm and circulate our financial abundance and support the mission, vision, and purpose of sharing this truth of affirmative spirituality. So I invite everybody here in the space and everybody online to join us in this practice this morning. We have lots of ways to give and to give here at the Center for Spiritual Living. A donation basket will be circulated around, or we can use the QR code for a credit card or our Zelle address, which you'll find here on the screen, donations@scottsdalecsl.org. If you go to the website and you become one of our financial stewards, you can pick up a tithe ticket on your way in and drop that in the basket as it comes around. We also have our unexpected income, our serendipitous income money finders program with the green envelope. When unexpected money shows up, 10% goes in the envelope and we keep the rest. It's a way of just acknowledging and recognizing the activity of spirit all around us. What we focus on tends to grow. So we focus on unexpected or serendipitous occurrences of prosperity, and that's the way we handle that. We celebrate it. If you'd like to become a financial steward, you can sign up on the website and make your gift recurring. So, yes. And if we have cash, we have the envelopes as well. You can put your name and information on there so we can send you that letter at the end of the year. So, however you choose to give, please know that we are truly, truly grateful for it. So if you'd like to hold your gift over your heart right now, if you're comfortable doing that, and join me in the affirmation. I am an open channel through which prosperity flows. I accept the divine flow of goodness, ideas, and substance through me now. I am grateful for my full and prosperous life, and so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
All right. And we are so very, very grateful for the gifts that have been shared with us here this morning. We receive them with gratitude and blessing, knowing that they are pressed down, shaken together, and running over in an ever-expanding cycle of prosperity, health, wholeness, and abundance. We are truly blessed as a spiritual community, and we know that these resources go forward into the world around us, blessing, healing, and prospering the lives of each and every person it touches. And so we let it be. And so it is. All right. Okay, a few closing announcements as we wrap up here this morning. So grateful all of you joined us here this morning. If you'd like prayer today, please see Daniel in the prayer room after the service, or leave a written request in the prayer box or on our website 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Remember, you can stop by the front desk to sign up to be a participant in the Grateful Gathering, buy a ticket for our 10th anniversary garden party, or the Outcasters show. Prayer circle following the gathering this morning. After kind of things settle down a little bit, we will gather together for our monthly affirmative prayer gathering. And next week, we'll continue our March series, Living Our Values Every Day, with Reverend Jill's message, Prosperity Through the Power of Alignment. So we will discover how to align our desire for financial freedom with our highest values to live a life of true prosperity. We'll gather here at 10 a.m., 9:30 to meditate, streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Plus, again, reminder that the Wednesday evening rebroadcast of the message at 7 p.m. on Facebook. So with that, please stand for our closing affirmation and our closing song. I live in peace and share my joy. I am empowered by spiritual truth. Today I live an inspired life. And so it is.
Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand. I'm gonna stand. There be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are